Instead of letting your hard-earned money sit idly in a bank or a regular savings account, where it barely keeps up with inflation, investing allows your money to work for you and grow without your constant presence. The goal is to let your money do the heavy lifting so that you can reap the benefits later on. The first step is figuring out how much you can comfortably save and invest each month. A good rule of thumb is to aim to invest at least 10 to 20% of your monthly income. For example, if you make $3,000 a month, that would be $300 to $600 to put towards your future. It's all about finding a balance between enjoying today and securing tomorrow. This means paying yourself first, before bills, leisure, or impulse purchases. Here's the thing: a regular savings account won't cut it. Inflation slowly erodes the value of your hard-earned money, and hiding your cash under the mattress won't make it multiply. However, investing your money unlocks the power of compound interest. So, what exactly is compounding? The process of compounding involves the growth of an investment over time, as both the original amount and the accumulated interest or returns contribute to further earnings. In the world of investing, time is your greatest ally. The earlier you begin, the more opportunity your money has to grow and compound. For instance, if you were to invest $1,000 today in a compounding asset with a monthly contribution of $500 and an annual interest rate of 8%, after 2 years, your total would reach $13,646.40. But if you let it ride for 5 years, you'd be looking at an impressive $36,668.93. If you're interested in learning more about compound interest, feel free to check out our previous videos where we delve into the topic. It's important to remember that everyone's journey is unique. Avoid falling into the comparison trap and resist the urge to compare yourself to others. Your investing journey is as distinct as your fingerprint. Some may start with a larger initial investment, while others may take smaller, consistent steps. Your financial goals, risk tolerance, and investment choices are personal to you. We are all on different paths, and that's perfectly all right. Embrace your own journey and stay focused on your own path, without being swayed by what others are doing. Let's discuss 10 amazing investment assets that you can start with today. 1. Cash. Cash is indeed an asset, serving as the most readily available form of wealth. While some may find it counterintuitive to include cash in their portfolio, it is, in fact, a strategic move that offers both flexibility and security. Often overlooked in discussions about investing, holding cash is a vital element of a well-rounded financial strategy. Although cash may not provide the high returns that come with riskier investments, having a cash reserve serves as a safety net for unexpected expenses and opportunities. Think of it as the foundation of your financial house. By keeping a portion of your portfolio in cash, you position yourself to take advantage of investment opportunities that arise during market downturns or when real estate bargains unexpectedly present themselves. Having liquid cash readily available allows you to turn financial challenges into strategic advantages. However, it is crucial to find the right balance in managing your cash reserve. Investing is not only about making money, but also about achieving financial stability while still aiming for growth. 2. Boring business. Boring businesses may not be the most thrilling, but they should not be disregarded. In fact, they often possess untapped potential that can lead to long-term success. Take, for example, small businesses in the pet industry or those involved in print-on-demand. While they may not make headlines like flashy Silicon Valley startups, they possess the qualities of dependability and sustainability. A pet business, for instance, taps into the unwavering love people have for their furry friends, guaranteeing a consistent customer base. This industry has proven to be resilient, as pet owners consistently invest in their pets' well-being, from high-quality food to specialized grooming services. Another option is the print-on-demand business, which operates on a low-risk model. In this type of business, you don't have to handle any physical products. Marketplaces like Redbubble, Amazon Print on Demand, and others take care of everything for you, producing products as orders come in. This approach minimizes excess inventory and reduces the risk of financial loss. The business of selling digital products, such as books or online courses, may not possess the same allure as big tech companies. However, these seemingly dull enterprises have the advantage of operating with minimal expenses and the ability to expand quickly. With their stability, flexibility, and potential for substantial control, they make enticing additions to your investment portfolio. Sometimes, the most substantial profits come from ventures that go unnoticed. 3. Selective real estate. Real estate is a tangible asset that has stood the test of time when it comes to wealth building. It's not just about buying a house. There are various ways to dip your toes into this market. First up, rental properties. Owning real estate that generates rental income can be a game changer. It's like having a and source of income that over time can even surpass the value of the property itself. Remember, location is key. Choose areas with growing demand and potential for appreciation. Another option is investing in small business, commercial rental spaces. As businesses grow, they need space to operate, and you can benefit from their success by owning the property they operate from. Lastly, if hands-on management isn't your style, consider real estate investment trusts. These are companies that own, operate, or finance income. Generating real estate investing gives you exposure to real estate without the headaches of property management. It's like having a stake in a real estate portfolio managed by professional. 4. Basic agricultural land and consumer staples. Investing in basic agricultural land and consumer staples is a smart move because it caters to our fundamental human needs. No matter what, people will always require food and essential products, making these investments relatively recession-proof. Moreover, if acquired strategically, they can offer both capital appreciation and income through farming or leasing. Since it is a finite resource and the global population is constantly growing, the demand for food and land is also on the rise. While it may not be as flashy as other investment options, the stability and long-term potential make it an attractive addition to a diversified portfolio. Just take a look at Bill Gates, who owns over 200,000 hectares of farmland across the U.S. When considering agricultural investments, look for regions with fertile soil and a history of stable agricultural production. On the other hand, investing in companies that produce everyday essentials like food, hygiene products, and household goods provides a defensive strategy. These consumer staples tend to be recession-resistant, even during economic downturns. People may cut back on luxuries during tough times, but their basic needs persist, and they continue to consume these products. Investing in certain sectors can offer consistent returns over a period of time, serving as a stable source of income and providing stability during times of economic uncertainty. 5. Drugs and health supplements investing. In the realm of healthcare, there is a constant need for drugs and health supplements. As the population ages and people become more aware of their overall health, the demand for products that improve well-being continues to grow. This presents a promising opportunity for investors, particularly in the pharmaceutical industry. Companies involved in drug development and manufacturing are well-positioned for steady growth. Investors should seek out companies with a strong pipeline of innovative products and a track record of successful drug launches. Similarly, companies that provide vitamins, minerals, and wellness products can also be profitable. In today's society, there is a growing emphasis on preventative health care, which creates a sustained demand for these types of products. The healthcare sector not only offers stability during economic downturns, but also leads the way in technological advancements. This makes it an appealing avenue for long-term investors who are seeking both financial returns and a positive impact on society. 6. Art. Investing in art may appear to be limited to the wealthy, but it can actually be a one-of-a-kind, intangible asset for the everyday investor. Although it does not generate income in a traditional sense, art holds the potential for appreciation over time. Seek out up-and-coming artists or works from established creators who have a proven track record of increasing value. Engaging with local art scenes, attending exhibitions, and researching market trends can help you uncover potential opportunities. Remember, the art market can be unpredictable, so it is crucial to approach your investments with a long-term perspective. Consider diversifying your art portfolio to mitigate the risks associated with the volatility of specific genres or artists. 7. International investment and currencies. When venturing into international investments and currencies, you open the door to a world of varied opportunities. Don't limit your thinking to borders. Embrace the global market. Seek out established companies that have proven stability and growth on a global scale. By diversifying your portfolio internationally, you not only protect yourself from regional economic downturns, but also position yourself to benefit from the growth of economies worldwide. When it comes to currencies, think of them as an extra layer of protection. While the US dollar may be your home currency, it's wise to allocate a portion of your portfolio to other currencies, such as the Swiss franc, CHF. Switzerland's reputation for financial stability and prudent fiscal policies make the Swiss franc a resilient and unique currency. Including different currencies in your portfolio not only safeguards against currency risk, but also taps into the strength of economies with different monetary policies. Just remember to stay informed about global economic conditions and geopolitical events that may impact the performance of your international investments and currencies. 8. Stocks indexes. In the realm of the stock market, it is crucial to grasp the significance of compounding. Over time, investing in individual stocks allows one to acquire a partial ownership in a company. However, this path comes with higher risks and necessitates thorough research. It is wise to commence with well-established companies that possess strong fundamentals, a competitive edge, and a consistent performance record. For those seeking a more diversified approach, consider investing in broad market index funds or exchange-traded funds. These funds mirror the performance of an entire market index, offering instant diversification across multiple stocks. Dollar cost averaging, which entails investing a fixed amount on a regular basis, proves to be an effective strategy in navigating market volatility. This approach helps mitigate the impact of short-term market fluctuations and takes advantage of market downturns by allowing one to purchase more shares when prices are lower. Gold. Investing in gold has been a long-standing tactic to protect against economic uncertainties and inflation. Gold is often viewed as a reliable asset that maintains its value when traditional markets encounter turbulence. While it may not generate consistent income like other investments, including gold in your portfolio can bring stability. Gold possesses intrinsic worth and is influenced by the same economic forces that impact stocks and bonds during times of uncertainty, such as market downturns or inflationary pressures. The demand for gold tends to increase, and it can be acquired in various forms, such as physical gold, gold-backed exchange-traded funds, or even gold mining stocks. By incorporating gold into your investment strategy, you benefit from diversification and potentially safeguard against economic downturns. 10. Gas and oil. Investing in the energy industry, specifically in gas and oil, can be a profitable venture. As the world's population grows and emerging economies expand, the demand for energy remains strong. To capitalize on this, investors can consider adding energy stocks or exchange-traded funds, ETFs, focused on the energy sector to their investment portfolios. However, it is important to approach this sector with careful consideration. Look for companies that prioritize sustainable practices, are committed to environmental responsibility, have a strong financial foundation, and are forward-thinking in terms of renewable energy sources. By investing in companies leading the way in this transition, you can not only gain financial returns, but also contribute to a more sustainable future. In addition, staying informed about geopolitical factors that influence energy prices is crucial for making informed investment decisions in this sector. The energy landscape is constantly evolving, but there are still opportunities for growth and income for investors who are willing to navigate the complexities of the gas and oil market. Remember, it's not about how much you initially invest, but rather about starting and staying consistent. Begin with small investments, learn from your experiences, adapt your strategy, and watch your money grow.
Are you looking to secure a brighter financial future for yourself and your loved ones? The path to wealth creation and investment success may seem daunting, but with the right knowledge and strategies, achieving your financial goals is within reach. Whether you're just starting out or looking to enhance your existing investment portfolio, this guide will provide you with invaluable tips and advice to help you grow your wealth and double your investments. 1. Set clear financial goals. The first step in growing your wealth is to define your financial goals. Growing wealth and doubling investment require clearly defined financial goals. This entails setting clear, attainable goals that provide financial planning and decision-making focus and inspiration. People can concentrate more effectively on income creation, cost control, and investment strategies that support their long-term aims when they have well-defined financial objectives. Having well-defined financial objectives facilitates investors in monitoring their advancement and modifying them as necessary. Whether the objective is to attain a certain level of passive income, buy a house, or prepare for retirement, having a specific target in mind can help direct investment decisions and promote frugal spending and saving practices. 2. Create a budget and save consistently. Building wealth starts with saving money. Create a budget that outlines your income, expenses, and savings goals. Cut down on unnecessary expenses and allocate a portion of your income to savings and investments consistently. Creating a budget and saving consistently is a fundamental way to grow wealth and double investment. By establishing a budget, individuals can gain a clear understanding of their income and expenses, allowing them to identify areas for potential savings and investment opportunities. Consistent saving enables individuals to build a pool of funds that can be allocated toward investments, thereby increasing the potential for wealth growth. Over time, the compounding effect of regular saving and investment can lead to significant wealth accumulation and the potential to double one's initial investment. This approach also instills financial discipline and responsible money management, key factors in long-term wealth creation. 3. Diversify your investments. Diversifying your investments entails distributing your assets over a variety of investment kinds, including stocks, bonds, real estate, and commodities, as well as diverse industries and geographical regions. This strategy can help limit risks and identify opportunities in a variety of market scenarios, resulting in more consistent returns and reducing the influence of volatility on one's total portfolio. Diversifying allows individuals to potentially build their wealth in diverse market circumstances, increasing the possibility of double their investment over time. This method can also serve to defend against big losses in a single investment and improve a portfolio's risk-adjusted performance. 4. Take advantage of compound interest. Compound interest is a powerful wealth-building tool that allows your money to grow exponentially over time. Reinvesting your investment earnings can significantly boost your returns and help you double your investments over the long run. This is a way to grow wealth and double investments by allowing your initial investment to generate earnings, which are also reinvested and generate further earnings. Over time, this can significantly increase the value of your investment as the earnings compound on themselves, leading to exponential growth. This strategy is particularly effective for long-term investments, such as retirement funds or education savings, as it allows the investment to grow substantially over time. 5. Invest for the long term. While it can be tempting to chase short-term gains, successful wealth building often requires a long-term perspective. Stay focused on your financial goals and resist the urge to make impulsive investment decisions based on short-term market fluctuations. Investing for the long term can help build wealth and even double an investment by giving it time to benefit from multiplying returns and weather market swings. By selecting strong and proven investment options, investors can capitalize on the power of compounding over time, potentially resulting in large growth. Furthermore, long-term investing lessens the influence of short-term market volatility, allowing assets to recover from minor downturns. This technique has the potential to provide considerable profits and wealth accumulation over time. 6. Educate yourself. Knowledge is key to making informed investment decisions. Take the time to educate yourself about different investment options, risk management strategies, and market trends. Consider seeking advice from financial advisors or investment professionals to help you make sound decisions. By gaining knowledge about financial strategies and investing opportunities, you can increase your wealth and even double your investment by making well-informed and prudent investment choices. You may make more sensible and successful investing decisions if you are aware of the various investment options, risk assessments, and market trends. Financial knowledge can also help you see potential investment hazards, reduce wasteful spending, and find chances for diversification. With this information, you can increase your wealth and optimize your investment returns by being proactive and strategic. 7. Monitor and adjust your investment portfolio. Regularly review your investment portfolio to ensure that it remains aligned with your financial goals and risk tolerance. Adjust your asset allocation as needed based on changes in your financial situation or market conditions. By regularly monitoring the performance of your investments, you can identify any underperforming assets and take necessary action to reallocate funds into more promising opportunities. This enables you to stay ahead of market trends and make educated decisions based on the current economic climate. As a result, you can maximize returns and minimize potential losses. Additionally, adjusting your investment portfolio allows you to adapt to changes in your financial goals, risk tolerance, and market conditions, ensuring that your investments continue to align with your overall wealth growth objectives. 8. Stay disciplined and patient. To double investments and increase wealth, one must maintain discipline and patience. Stay committed to your long-term financial goals, even during periods of market volatility or economic uncertainty. Avoid making rash decisions based on fear or greed, and stick to your investment plan. Maintaining long-term investing methods and avoiding snap judgments that could result in financial losses are made easier with discipline. It also aids in keeping up a steady contribution to your investment portfolio, which over time can quicken the growth of your wealth. Equally crucial is patience, which deters investors from constantly buying and selling in response to transient market swings and instead enables assets to develop and compound over time. With the force of compounding and steady growth, this methodical and patient strategy can eventually result in significant wealth creation and the doubling of investments. Over time, you can double your assets and increase your wealth by adhering to the ideas and tactics outlined in this video. Keep in mind that achieving financial success is a journey that calls for perseverance, self-control, and dedication to your long-term objectives. Take charge of your financial destiny by starting today. We look forward to hearing your thoughts and suggestions throughout the comment sessions. Who knows, maybe we could pick up some tips from you as well. Learning never stops. The only way you can support our growth is to like and share this video with your friends and family. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing to our channel. Everyone wants wealth, money, and prosperity, but few achieve it. Let's talk about your relationship with money. Have you ever wondered why some people become rich while others struggle with debts? Schools teach things we never use in life, but never teach about money. If schools taught about money, you might already be rich, but I will teach you what you've never learned about money in this short video. Get ready to discover the secrets of how money works beyond saving and investing. Let's explore personal finance, entrepreneurship, and more. Are you ready to change the way you think about money? Money is often thought of as bad, but it's really people who are good or bad with money. Money just amplifies their options. For example, I can use money to do bad things or to help others. We need to rethink our beliefs about the rich being dishonest and cheats. Most rich people are hardworking and trustworthy, which is why people trust them. Would you trust doing business with dishonest people? Some rich people are dishonest, but most are not. The media focuses on the dishonest ones, which can make it seem like all rich people are dishonest. But that's not true. I want to be an honest rich person. I've met both honest and dishonest rich and poor people. It's time to reassess our beliefs about wealth, my friend. If we constantly despise the rich, how can we ever become one of them? It's important to shift our perspective and realize that all the riches in this world belong to the Creator. As the Bible states, "The silver and gold are mine. God owns it all." So, does being rich mean you won't go to heaven? Absolutely not. Our loving and merciful God desires for His children to prosper and have an abundant life. We need to reform our thoughts and understand that God is a generous God who wants us to thrive. Let's not limit ourselves with negative beliefs about wealth. Instead, let's embrace the idea that we can use our resources to make a positive impact on the world. With a shift in mindset, we can achieve great things and live a life of abundance and fulfillment. Have you ever heard the myth that all rich people are dishonest, or the one that claims the wealthy won't enter heaven? Let me tell you, those are just myths. Being rich doesn't automatically make you corrupt, and it certainly doesn't determine your fate in the afterlife. But let's talk about something more important than those myths. Have you ever thought about how your financial blessings can benefit others? It's easy to get caught up in our own needs and wants, but what if God has bigger plans for our finances? What if He wants us to use our abundance to help those who are less fortunate? Think about it. If God wants you to feed a homeless person or financially bless a missionary on the other side of the world, what will you do? Will you only focus on your own needs, or will you ask God to bless you abundantly so that you can bless others too? Let's not fall into the trap of individualistic thinking. Instead, let's invite God into our financial lives and ask Him to guide us in using our resources to help others. We can live well and still make a difference in the world. So let's dispel those myths and focus on what really matters. Let's pray for financial blessings, not just for ourselves, but for others too. Let's be generous and use our abundance to make a positive impact on the world. If you're following along, let's delve a little deeper into an important topic: money. Here's a valuable lesson to keep in mind. Money doesn't take kindly to disrespect. It's an amazing servant, but a terrible master. The key is to master it before it controls you. You need to intentionally regulate everything related to your income and expenses. It's essential to know exactly how much you owe each month in fixed bills and try to minimize any unnecessary costs. Now let's talk about credit cards. They can be a nightmare for many households because people tend to view their credit card balance as an extension of their salary. But that's not the case, my friends. You need to understand that if you spend all your credit card balance and your expenses surpass your monthly salary, you're doing yourself a disservice. This can lead to a significant financial loss, and it's not worth it. So, be mindful of your spending habits and always keep a close eye on your finances. Have you ever found yourself in a situation where you needed to buy groceries for the month, but ended up making impulsive purchases on a new phone, a new TV, or new clothes instead? It's a common trap that many people fall into, and it can lead to serious debt problems down the line. If you want to build wealth, it's important to break the habit of reckless spending and start making smarter financial decisions. Of course, not everyone is a natural saver. Some people are just wired to be consumers, always looking for the next thing to buy. But if you want to change your financial future, you need to take control of your spending habits and start making more intentional choices. One big mistake that many Americans make is relying too heavily on credit cards as a quick fix. While it's true that credit can be a useful tool in certain situations, It's important to use it wisely and not fall into the trap of thinking that it's a magic solution for all your problems. To understand where you stand financially, it's helpful to think about your life in terms of 4 different levels. By identifying which level you're currently at, you can start to make a plan for how to move up to the next level and achieve your financial goals. It's a common scenario that many people face. They receive their monthly salary and try to do the math, only to realize that they've spent more than they've earned. The numbers just don't add up. They've earned $2,000 but spent $2,500. It's a situation that can keep one up at night, and it's truly heartbreaking to see how it can tear families apart. I've witnessed countless cases where relationships ended not because of a lack of love, but due to endless arguments and stress caused by financial difficulties. It's time we start taking our finances seriously and make sure we're living within our means. When it comes to personal finance, there are various levels of financial stability that one can achieve. Let's explore them together. Firstly, we have the financial level where one is barely making ends meet. This person is just about managing to pay off their debts with their salary, but there's no extra money left over for any kind of indulgence. This is not a sustainable way to live, and it's important to work towards a better financial state as soon as possible. The second level is where one manages to pay off all their debts and bills, but there's still no money left for any kind of discretionary spending. While this is a step up from the first level, it's still not an ideal situation to be in, as the person is merely surviving, not living. The third level is slightly better, where one manages to save some money in addition to paying off their debts and bills. However, the problem here is that the money saved is not being put to good use. It's either being frittered away on needless things or left in a savings account, where it's losing value due to inflation. Finally, we come to the fourth and most desirable financial level. This is where one manages to pay off all their debts and bills, saves a substantial amount of money, and uses the surplus to multiply their wealth. This is the level we should all strive for, as it provides financial security and opens up opportunities for future investments and growth. In conclusion, no matter what level of financial stability you currently find yourself in, it's always possible to improve your situation. With a little bit of planning, budgeting, and smart financial decisions, you can work your way up the ladder and achieve the level of financial security that you desire. To become a successful entrepreneur, you must first know how to manage your finances. Level up your financial game and start investing wisely. Begin by ensuring that you have enough money left over after your expenses. Once you have a surplus, make it work for you by investing in stocks that have potential for growth. You could also consider investing in real estate funds, which offer higher profits but come with more risks. If you prefer something less risky, opt for investing in treasury bonds. Remember, a good investment should have 3 key features: safety, profitability, and liquidity. Curious to learn more? Head to YouTube and search for tips on how to invest your money wisely. Don't wait any longer to take control of your financial future. Money has 5 levels. These are not the same as financial levels we discussed earlier. Let's talk about these 5 levels of money. Subscribe to the channel to not miss future videos. If you're still watching, it's because this video makes sense to you. It will make even more sense if you subscribe. Consider these 5 levels when it comes to money. The first step towards financial stability is earning money. It's an absolute must. You cannot skip this step, so go ahead and find a way to earn some cash. Once you've got that initial income stream going, the next important step is investing. Even if you only have a little bit of money to spare, it's worth setting some of it aside for investing. If you do it right, investing can help your money grow over time. Now, onto the third level of money, saving. Whenever you're thinking of making a purchase, take a moment to ask yourself if you really need that item. More often than not, you'll realize that you don't, and that's when you can start saving some money. Of course, I'm not suggesting that you become stingy and deprive yourself of things you enjoy. You deserve to treat yourself every now and then, like indulging in a delicious pizza. The key is to strike a balance between spending and saving so that you can enjoy your life while also securing your financial future. Money is an important part of our lives, and it's important to know how to manage it effectively. There are different levels of money management, and understanding them can help you make the most of your finances. The first level is living within your means. This means spending only what you can afford and not getting into debt. It might seem obvious, but many people struggle with this. To live within your means, you need to be aware of your income and expenses and make sure you don't spend more than you earn. The second level is saving money. This means setting aside some of your income for a rainy day. It's important to have a savings account that you can dip into in case of emergencies. This can help you avoid getting into debt when unexpected expenses arise. The third level is being mindful of your expenses. This means being aware of where your money is going and cutting back on unnecessary expenses. For example, do you really need that expensive coffee every morning? This can be an unnecessary expense, especially if you're on a tight budget. The fourth level is personal tithing, which involves setting aside part of your income for a higher purpose. This can be seen as a form of gratitude and can attract more money into your life. By leaving money in an account, you can attract more money to yourself. You might be thinking that you don't earn enough to save or tithe, but even if you earn very little, setting aside 10% of your income is doable. There are people around the world who live on much less than you do, and they manage to live well. By being mindful of your expenses, saving money, and practicing personal tithing, you can make the most of your finances and live a more abundant life. The fifth level is all about spending. This is where you finally get to pay off your debts and indulge in things you love. However, it's worth noting that most people fail to make their money go through all 5 levels. They only focus on earning and spending, which won't get them very far. If you want to make the most of your money, it's essential to let it pass through each level. This way you can truly maximize your financial potential. So are you ready to take your money to the next level? Let's talk about how we receive our hard-earned money. Do you collect a salary or do you make a profit? While most people opt for the former, it's worth noting that a profit is ultimately more fulfilling than a salary. By accepting a job that only offers a salary, you're essentially putting a cap on your earning potential and limiting your options. A salary is payment for the hours you work, and as we all know, time is finite. Once your work hours come to an end, so do your opportunities to earn more money. On the other hand, earning a profit through a business venture allows for endless possibilities. You're not limited by the number of hours you can work in a day. For instance, when you sell a product or service, you make a profit, and the potential for growth is limitless. You can keep expanding your business, and there's no cap on how much money you can make. Now, some people may say that they don't enjoy selling, but the truth is that selling is a part of life. We're all selling something, whether it's our time as an employee or a product as a business owner. If someone is willing to pay for your time, it's because they see the value in your service. But think about it. What if you use that time to work on something that you're passionate about? That's where sales come in. It's the backbone of any successful business. In conclusion, earning a profit is more fulfilling than collecting a salary. A salary may offer stability, but it ultimately limits your earning potential. By starting a business and making a profit, the sky's the limit. Don't be afraid of sales. Embrace it and watch your business thrive. Time is the most precious commodity that we have as human beings. Once it's gone forever. Unfortunately, many of us spend our entire lives toiling away at a job for a mediocre salary. We give up our own dreams and aspirations to work for someone else. But why settle for that when you could be working towards something that's truly yours? If you don't put in the effort to achieve your own goals, someone else will gladly hire you to achieve theirs. And while you may receive a paycheck, they'll be the ones reaping all the rewards. Don't let that happen to you. Take charge of your life and work towards something that truly matters to you. After all, your time is too valuable to waste on anything less. To attract wealth, learn to give and receive. Some people are great givers but struggle to receive, while others are great receivers but not good at giving. It's important to learn to do both, like a complete wheel that can turn properly. Giving is like pruning a tree. It can multiply and produce more fruits. There are 2 kinds of giving. being charitable to those in need, and being generous to friends. You may be training your brain incorrectly. Your unconscious mind is being programmed to think that you need to be in need in order to receive. When you give to those who don't need it, you're sending the message to your subconscious that you receive even when you don't need it. You've learned how to give, but now you need to learn how to receive. Accept offers from others, as it releases dopamine in their brain and they will be happy. If you don't accept an offer, you're preventing someone from experiencing happiness. To increase wealth in your life, focus on both giving and receiving. The world is constantly changing, so what will you work on today? People used to work in crop fields because it was the only option. Those who owned property and had servants were in charge. Then the Industrial Revolution happened, causing people to move from rural areas to cities to work in factories. The wealthy ruled during this time. Now we're in the digital revolution. In 1996, Bill Gates predicted that companies would either do business online or go out of business. This prediction has come true. Think about how many online purchases you've made recently with your credit card. In the past, landowners had power in rural areas, while those with money ruled during the Industrial Revolution. Today, those with information have the upper hand in the digital age. Information is now more valuable than gold. Unlike previous eras, the digital age doesn't require special skills or diplomas. Anyone with a phone can enter the digital world as a consumer or producer. Creating digital content can be a lucrative career path. Digital content creators, such as teachers and doctors, can earn more money than their traditional counterparts. There's a lot of opportunity for those who want to enter the digital world. Many people believe that without a good education or a prestigious job title, making money is impossible. They think that only doctors and lawyers have the potential to earn a significant income. However, this notion is outdated. Nowadays, it's not just about your education or job title. It's about the value you can offer to others. Take the example of manufacturing nails. You might think it's a simple and unexciting job, but in reality, you can earn more than many doctors by selling your nails to various stores that sell building materials. You can even sell your goods online, which means you can earn money even while you're sleeping. Unlike doctors, who can only attend to one patient at a time, you can serve multiple customers simultaneously through online stores. If manufacturing nails isn't your thing, let's consider the case of a digital influencer. These individuals can earn more in a month than what most doctors make in their entire career. How is this possible? It's because they have built a massive following on social media, and brands are willing to pay them for promoting their products to their audience. In conclusion, making money is no longer limited to a select few professions or educational backgrounds. It's about finding your niche, offering value to others, and leveraging technology to reach a wider audience. So, don't let the lack of a college degree or a prestigious job title hold you back from achieving financial success. Imagine being hired by a popular brand to promote their products in a live stream for an hour. Sounds exciting, right? Well, during the stream, only 1% of my followers decided to purchase the product, which was a bag on sale that originally cost $3,000. However, with the discount coupon I provided during the live stream, my followers were able to purchase the bag for only $900. Despite the low percentage of buyers, 30,000 people still went ahead and bought the bag. And with each person spending just $900, the company made a whopping $27 million in just 60 minutes. Now, here's the question. Do you think it's fair for me to receive at least $1 million from the company as compensation? After all, I did help generate such an impressive amount of revenue for them. In this day and age, your reach is not limited by geographic boundaries. The world is your playground, and people will pay you according to the value you bring to the table. If you can add value to a few people at a time, your earnings will be limited. However, if you can impact the lives of thousands or even millions of people, your earning potential is limitless. This is the new game, and instead of lamenting about it, it's time to learn how to play and win big. The good news is that there's room for everyone. Just look at the success of companies like Amazon, Facebook, and YouTube. They're earning billions every month because they're impacting the lives of billions of people. Of course, not everyone can create the next Amazon, but you can become a digital content creator and reach millions of people through your content. So don't be afraid to take your shot and make a difference in the world. Hey there, I've got a lot more to share with you, but I don't want to bore you with a super long video. So how about we make a deal? If you want me to make a part 2, just comment below with something like, I love this video, give us more. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and share this video with your friends and the family. After all, good things are meant to be shared, right? But wait, before you go, I've got a special treat for you. I've put together a brand new video that's packed with valuable information that'll help you out in your financial life. Trust me, this video on your screen is a game changer. So, what are you waiting for? Click on the video now, and let's get started. A credit score is a numerical rating that assesses your creditworthiness. FICO scores can range from 300 to 850. The higher your score, the greater your chances of being approved for loans and receiving favorable interest rates. Your credit score is determined by your credit history, which includes details such as the number of accounts, overall debt levels, repayment track record, and other relevant factors. Lenders rely on credit scores to gauge your creditworthiness or how likely you are to repay loans on time. In the United States, there are 3 main credit bureaus: Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. This triumvirate holds a dominant position in the credit market as they collect, analyze, and distribute information about consumers. Now, how do you increase your credit score for better credit opportunities? For the best understanding, let's quickly check the story of Brian Hayes. In a 2015 article, Forbes recounted the story of Brian Hayes, a young entrepreneur from Flint, Texas. What sets Brian apart is not just his successful food delivery business, but also his incredible achievement of boosting his credit score from a measly 550 to an impressive 760. Brian led a busy life, juggling his studies in industrial technology at the University of Texas at Tyler with a new job. However, during one holiday season, he made a relatable mistake that many of us could have easily made, using his credit card for gift purchases but forgetting to pay it off. As a result, a significant debt of $1,000 accumulated over 4 months. When Brian attempted to buy a car, he faced a harsh reality. His credit score had plummeted to 550. This decline was so severe that he couldn't secure a loan without a co-signer, and even then, the interest rates would have been unaffordable. This experience served as a wake-up call for Brian. They found themselves in a $40,000 debt, akin to carrying a heavy load on their backs without realizing it. This is where the credit score hacks come into play. Brian and Tara devised a plan to cleverly improve their FICO score, and in a short span of time, Brian transformed from someone who forgot to pay his credit card bills to a skilled money manager, raising his credit score to an impressive $760. In this narrative, we will discover how to intelligently enhance your FICO score, just like Brian did, similar to turning a poorly executed recipe into a delicious meal. Brian's journey serves as a testament that even if you make mistakes, you can turn things around with strategic actions. So if your credit score isn't where you want it to be, stay with us for some valuable insights. Brian's story is not only inspiring, but it also offers practical advice that can help you regain control of your finances. Perhaps you could be the next success story. To begin your journey towards improving your credit score, consider this valuable tip. How you manage your credit card balances can make a significant difference. Picture your credit card limit as a P. The portion of the P that you actually consume, or in this case, the portion of your limit that you utilize, is known as your credit utilization. Here's a useful tip. Aim to consume less than 30% of that P. However, it's worth noting that those with exceptional credit scores only nibble on a tiny sliver, sometimes even single digits. You can monitor how much of your pie you're consuming by reviewing your credit profile on platforms like NerdWallet. So why wait? Subscribe to the channel and let's embark on this journey together. When things get tricky, you need the credit card company to inform the credit bureaus about your little piece of the pie. This is because the credit bureaus utilize this information to calculate your score. To ensure your minuscule portion receives attention, consider settling a portion of the pie before it becomes visible. Alternatively, you can gradually make payments throughout the month to maintain a slim appearance. Surprisingly, these small increments have a significant impact on your credit score, ranking just below the vital rule of punctual payments. The setup process is straightforward, requiring a few calendar reminders to monitor and pay off some of the balance. Alternatively, you can activate alerts from your credit card company to remind you when your slice is becoming too substantial. The results are as rapid as a magic trick. As soon as your credit card company reports your reduced slice to the bureaus, your score experiences a positive boost from the decreased utilization. Therefore, hold on to that slice of pie and witness your score thrive. Expanding your credit limit is similar to requesting your credit card for a little extra breathing room, a way of saying, "I've got this, can you give me some more space?" When your limit increases but your spending remains unchanged, it gives the illusion of improved credit utilization, much like shedding pounds without altering your diet. Suddenly, your finances fit better, just like clothing. If you have experienced a boost in income or have consistently paid your credit card bills on time, chances are high that you can secure a higher limit. It's similar to asking for a raise because you've been excelling at your job. However, there's a catch. You must have a plan in place to resist the temptation to spend more, despite having the ability to do so. It's like having a larger playground but choosing not to fill it up. You can improve your credit score by simply contacting your credit card provider and requesting a credit limit increase without undergoing a thorough credit check. This can prevent a slight decrease in your score. The positive impact on your score will be noticeable as soon as your new, higher limit is reported, as long as you haven't gone on a spending spree. This will lower your credit utilization ratio. It's almost magical how you can effortlessly decrease the percentage of your credit limit. This simple yet impactful tactic works wonders, as long as you resist the temptation to fill that extra space with more expenses. Remember, the goal is to have more flexibility, not accumulate more debt. Keep this in mind, and you're well on your way to becoming a credit score expert. Now, on to the next trick. It may seem like cheating, but it's completely legitimate. Picture this: improving your basketball skills just by spending time with LeBron James. Well, in the world of credit, you can achieve something similar. It's called becoming an authorized user on someone else's credit card account. Here's the deal. If you have a family member or friend who excels in managing their credit, with a high credit limit and a history of timely payments, you can ask them to add you as an authorized user on their account. The best part? They don't even have to let you touch the card or reveal the account number for you to reap the credit benefits. All three major credit reporting agencies, Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion, typically offer this feature, although it is important to confirm with your specific credit card provider. By taking advantage of this opportunity, you can effectively enhance your credit score in a strategic manner. This technique is especially advantageous for individuals who are new to credit or have limited credit history, as it provides them with a head start in the credit race without their knowledge. For those who already possess a credit history but have encountered obstacles along the way, this method offers a chance to catch up with a little assistance. However, it is crucial to note that this is not an instant solution and requires open communication with the account holder you wish to join forces with. Requesting such a favor is a significant ask, so it is important to establish clear terms, such as whether you will have access to use the account or simply be listed as a participant. On a side note, if you are enjoying this video and would like to see more content like it, please leave a comment using the word "more" so that I am aware of your interest. Once you've taken advantage of someone else's good credit by becoming an authorized user, you might feel like you've mastered the art of hacking your credit score. However, here's a reality check. All of these clever tactics are pointless if you're not paying your bills on time. It's like trying to fill a bucket with water when there's a hole in the bottom. No matter how much water or good credit habits you pour in, it won't fill up if you keep neglecting your payments. Late payments are like unwanted guests at a party. They can linger on your credit report for a whopping 7 years. If you happen to send a payment more than 30 days past its due date, don't just wallow in self-pity. Take action and call your creditor, pay what you owe, and politely inquire if they can overlook the late payment and refrain from reporting it to the credit bureaus. It may be a long shot, but it's worth asking. Either way, it's crucial to catch up on your payments. Each month you're labeled as delinquent, your credit score takes a hit. When it comes to your credit score, your history of timely payments is the most important factor. It serves as the foundation for all credit score improvement methods. Without a solid payment history, your efforts to boost your score will be unstable. However, keeping track of payments doesn't have to be a hassle. By setting up reminders or automating minimum payments, you can effortlessly stay on track and put your credit score on autopilot. The time it takes to improve your credit score depends on the number and lateness of missed payments. The good news is that the negative impact of late payments lessens over time. By incorporating positive credit activities into your report, you can expedite the healing process. It's quite ironic, isn't it? We discuss various smart strategies and hacks for improving your FICO score, but it all ultimately boils down to something as simple as paying your bills on time. You won't make much progress without it, so once you've mastered making payments on time, there's another technique that fits perfectly into our arsenal of credit score tricks. It's like finding buried treasure on your quest to increase your FICO score intelligently. This jewel involves challenging inaccuracies on your credit report. Believe it or not, these errors can secretly lower your score like a concealed weight. Picture this scenario. You've diligently followed all the guidance on how to manage your credit, sailing smoothly through the process. However, despite your hard work, your credit score doesn't seem to reflect your efforts. The culprit could be errors on your credit report. These errors can range from incorrectly marked late payments, even though you paid on time, to someone else's credit mishaps mistakenly attributed to your name. There might even be negative marks that should have disappeared with time. This is where a clever trick comes into play. Take advantage of the opportunity to obtain your free credit reports from the 3 major bureaus: Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. You can do this by visiting annualcreditreport.com. Think of it as receiving a treasure map, with an X marking the spot where potential score boosts await. Your mission is to carefully scan these reports for any inaccuracies and dispute any errors you uncover. By rectifying these mistakes, you'll make a powerful move towards smartly boosting your FICO score. Think of it as an investment in your financial reputation, even if it's not as quick as other methods. By taking the time to address inaccuracies in your credit report, you are setting the stage for major achievements such as obtaining a mortgage with favorable terms. The speed at which your credit score improves depends on how quickly the credit bureaus respond, which typically takes around 30 to 45 days for an investigation. Be cautious of services that promise faster results, as it is best to approach the task of ensuring accuracy in your credit report with patience and careful attention to detail. It's ironic that in our search for quick fixes and instant gratification, some of the most effective credit score hacks, like disputing inaccuracies, require us to slow down and focus on the details. Making sure your credit report accurately represents your financial management is not only wise, but essential for successfully navigating your credit journey. Now let's continue our exploration of credit score hacks by addressing another important issue, dealing with collections accounts. It's like discovering a flat tire during a road trip to improve your credit score. Not enjoyable, but definitely fixable. If you have a looming shadow of a collections account, there is a way to make it disappear. By resolving the account, not only will you eliminate the risk of legal action, but you may also have the opportunity to negotiate with the collection agency to stop reporting the debt. Sometimes handling collections accounts can feel like cleaning up after a party before your parents arrive. If you do it right, it's as if it never happened. Here's an interesting twist. You can actually remove collections accounts from your credit reports if they're inaccurate. or too old to lingering around. It's like telling a ghost from your past, "Hey, you don't belong here anymore." The impact of dealing with collections can vary greatly. A collections account is like a big red flag on your credit report, so convincing a collector to stop reporting it is a major victory. But even if the collector continues to report the account, there is still hope. The effect varies depending on which credit score model is being used. For example, the FICO 8 model still disapproves of paid collections, but the newer models and Vantage scores cut you some slack once they're paid off. Isn't that a bit ironic? Creating a plan and negotiating with collections accounts in your credit reports may not be a simple task, but the effort is definitely worthwhile. The speed at which this process works varies depending on the credit scores that disregard paid collections such as Vantage score and newer FIGOs. In some cases, you may notice a benefit as soon as the paid-off status is reported. However, if you dispute a collection or request a goodwill deletion, it may take longer, similar to waiting for your favorite show to return from hiatus. Boosting your FICO score the smart way involves dealing with collections like using heavy tools. It may not be enjoyable, but it is essential for establishing a strong foundation. Remember, once you handle this aspect, you are one step closer to achieving a pristine credit score that can open doors that were previously closed. A secured credit card is a great way to improve your credit score in a smart and effective manner. By asking for a cash deposit equal to your credit limit, the lender reduces their risk while giving you a chance to show your financial responsibility. This strategy can be especially beneficial for individuals who are new to credit or trying to repair their credit history. It provides a structured approach to establishing or rebuilding a positive credit record. Each timely payment you make is a small step forward, gradually establishing trust in your credit history. To effectively secure the right vehicle, it is important to put in a moderate effort and select a credit card that reports to all 3 major credit bureaus. This ensures that your positive payment behavior is acknowledged by all and boosts your credit score. The visibility with these bureaus is crucial, as it amplifies the benefits of your good habits. Progress with a secured credit card takes time and serves as a testament to the principle that improving your FICO score is a marathon, not a sprint. The goal goes beyond simply having another piece of plastic. It is about building a track record of responsible credit utilization and timely payments that can enhance your credit profile. Now let's move on to another helpful tip. Did you know that you can actually receive credit for the expenses you are already paying, such as rent and utilities? Traditionally, paying your rent on time did not have any impact on your credit score. It is ironic that fulfilling your responsibility of paying for your accommodation every month was not recognized by the credit world. Some credit score models, like Vantage scores, now acknowledge the importance of on-time rent payments. However, FICO 8 does not give as much weight to this factor. Nevertheless, if a future lender neglects to consider your rent payment history, it would be a missed opportunity. When it comes to social media, we all have a selection process for the photos we choose to post. Only the best ones make it to our profiles. The effectiveness of this strategy may differ, but in terms of effort, it requires very little maintenance. Once you have everything set up, there's not much else you need to do. It's like a set it and forget it approach to improving your credit score. When it comes to the speed at which this can take effect, it's like magic for your credit score. It's like pressing the fast forward button, providing instant gratification. Who would have thought that the rent reporting aspect would take a bit longer to reveal its true power? Especially if you're starting from scratch, some services allow you to look back at the last 2 years of payments, giving you an immediate boost to your credit history. It's almost like discovering a time machine for your credit score. So after exploring other options like secured credit cards, delving into the world of receiving credit for rent and utility payments feels like stumbling upon a hidden path to improving our credit score. It transforms the mundane task of paying bills into a strategic move on the personal finance chessboard. Who knew that paying rent and utilities on time could be one of the smartest credit score tricks? It turns the tables and turns everyday payments into potential credit score treasure. Ready for our next credit score hack? Adding variety to your credit can greatly enhance its appeal to lenders. If your credit history consists solely of credit cards, it might be beneficial to incorporate other forms of credit, like a credit builder loan. However, it is important to ensure that any loan you consider is reported to all three major credit bureaus. Conversely, if you have primarily relied on loans, introducing a new credit card could add a new dimension to your credit profile. Not only does this diversify your credit types, but it also increases your total available credit, effectively reducing your overall credit utilization. Think of it as adding more seats to a table, making the room appear larger. Joining a band is akin to adding layers to a musical performance. Similarly, if you are new to the world of credits or only have a handful of accounts, this decision could be a game changer in your credit score. It's all about finding that sweet spot where the benefits outweigh the costs. As for how quickly this can work, it's surprisingly swift. Once your new account starts reporting to the bureaus, it can begin to positively impact your score, kind of like how quickly a room brightens up when you light a candle. So in boosting your FICO score, the smart way adding to your credit mix is a savvy move. It's an ironic twist in the credit game. Sometimes to strengthen your position, you need to diversify your assets. Just like in a well-rounded diet, variety isn't just the spice of life, it's a recipe for success. To sum up the whole discussion, remember that these strategies are stepping stone towards a healthier financial future. They're about understanding the system and using it to your advantage, whether that's by mixing up your credit types, keeping your balances low, or making sure every payment is on time. Like any recipe for success, it's about the ingredients and how you blend them together. It is important to conduct thorough research and consult with financial professionals before making any investment decisions. The value of investments can fluctuate, and past performance is not indicative of future results. Always assess your risk tolerance and investment goals before allocating your capital. Now, if you want to know how to use the 8-4-3 rule of compounding to increase your wealth better, I recommend you watch this video next. Thank you for joining us today. We hope you found this video informative and exciting. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more wealth-building content. Until next time, happy investing and may your financial journey be prosperous.